Hello everyone, my name is Devashish Pari. Today we'll discuss the final year subject software engineering, and today's topic is class diagram. So let us start. What is generally class diagram? What are the different rules of drawing the class diagram? And what is the purpose of class diagram? Where the class diagram is generally used. So let us start today's topic, that is my class diagram. So a class diagram is a static diagram. It represents the static view of an application. Class diagram is not only used for visualizing, describing, and documenting different aspects of a system, but also for constructing executable code of the software application. So what basically class diagram is? First point is, it is a static diagram. Static diagram means it does not represent the dynamic aspect of the software. Okay, it does not describe the dynamic behavior of a software. Dynamic behavior means how the control is flow from one part of the program to another part of the program. It is generally describe the name of the class, number of attribute present in the class, different types of functions associated with the class, different types of operations associated with the class that represent the class diagram. If I write one class, the class is nothing but my combination of different types of attributes and functions. So class diagram is nothing but the diagrammatic representation of a simple class. Class diagram shows how a system is structured rather than how it behaves. Generally, it describes the structural representation. The behavioral aspect does not represented by the class diagram. It consists of how many classes present in your software and their dependencies. Dependencies means one to many, many to one, different types of dependencies. So what is generally a class? Class is nothing but grouping of your data member and member functions. Okay. So what I have told you already, the point is written here. Class diagram describes the attributes and operations of a class and also the constraints imposed on a system. Okay. The class diagrams are widely used in the modeling of object-oriented system because they are only UML diagram. UML means Unified Modeling Diagrams, which can be mapped directly with object-oriented language. That means class diagram is basically used in object-oriented language that represents different aspects of your object. That means object and their attributes and functions relationship between different types of objects, message passing, polymorphism, inheritance, abstractions. This type of aspects are represented on the class diagram. Class diagram shows a collection of different types of classes present on your program, different types of interfaces, and different types of relationships. Relationships in the sense associations, collaborations, and constraints. It is also known as a structural diagram. Class diagram is also called as a structural diagram. Then what is the purpose of a class diagram? How we draw a class diagram? Why I am drawing a class diagram? What is the purpose? The purpose of a class diagram is to model the static view of an application. Class diagrams are the only diagrams which can be directly mapped with object-oriented languages and thus widely used in time of constructions. Class diagrams are mainly associated with object-oriented languages like your C++, Java, .NET, and PHP. It does not represent the structural view aspect of a system. UML diagrams like activity diagrams, sequence diagram can only give the sequence flow of the application. However, class diagram is a bit different. It is the most popular UML diagram in the coder community. Okay, different types of UML diagrams are present. That is class diagram, object diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram. Sequence diagram and collaboration diagram describe the dynamic aspect of the system. That means they represent how the sequence flow from one system to another. But class diagram does not represent the sequential flow of one system to another system. It describes only the static view of an application. Different purposes are analyzing and designing of the static view and application, what I have already told you. Describe the responsibility of a system. Base for component and deployment diagram. Forward and reverse engineering is the main purpose of the class diagram. Then class diagram is basically a graphical representation of the static view of the system and represent different aspects of the application. A collection of class diagram represent the whole system. Then how to draw a class diagram? See, before drawing the class diagram, how to represent a class in a diagrammatic view. Classes are represented as a solid outline rectangles with component. See, these are the examples of your class. This is a customer class represented by a rectangle. This is a order class represented by another rectangle. This is another class, special order. This is also represented by a rectangle. Normal order is another class. This is represented by a rectangle. That means the different rectangles represent different classes. Okay, and different compartments are present. This is the first compartment. This is the second compartment. This is the third compartment. Different parts. This is the compartment 1, compartment 2, compartment 3. And what they represent? The first compartment represents the name of the class. The first compartment represents the name of the class. First compartment means this is the customer, name of the class. Order, name of the class. Special order, name of the class. Normal order, name of the class. Okay. Second compartment, this is the second compartment. This is the second compartment. This is the second compartment, and this is the second compartment. The second compartment represents the attribute of the class. Different attributes of the class. Different attributes means different properties of the class. Customer name, customer location, order date, order number. And these things are nothing but the data type. Name is a string data type. Location address is a string data type. Date is a date data type. Number is a string data type. Okay. So these are nothing but my data type of your attribute. Attribute means simple the variables. The third and the last compartment represent the different functions present on the class. This is the send order or receive order. These are different functions. You can say that functions or methods. This is confirm, close, different functions. And what are these lines? These lines represent different types of relationship between the two classes. This is known as you can say the inheritance relationship between these three classes. This is the superclass or base class, and these are the subclasses. Okay. And what is this relationship? Now this relationship is known as one-to-many relationship. One and means many. One customer places many orders. One customer places many orders. It does not matter how many orders are there. So one customer may place 2 orders, one customer may place 3 orders. In generally, one customer may place n orders. So relationship is nothing but one to many. Okay. So this is a simple class diagram. So what is written here? How to draw a class diagram? The name of the class diagram should be meaningful to describe the aspect of the system. We have already known in C++, name of the class should be meaningful. Customer class, order class, okay, must be meaningful. Each element and their relationship should be identified in advance. Different types of properties and different types of methods should be identified. Attributes and methods of each class should be clearly identified. If it is clearly identified, these are the attributes, these are the methods. For each class, minimum number of properties should be specified, as unnecessary properties will make the diagram complicated. Unnecessary properties may not be mentioned in the class diagram. Those properties means data members and member functions. Okay, those properties are important to the class. That properties are mentioned in the class diagram. Use notes whenever required to describe some aspect of the diagram. At the end of the drawing, it should be understandable to the developer and coder. By seeing this diagram, the coding team or the developer team must know different classes present on the software, what are their properties, what are their functions, and what are the data type of the properties. That must be clearly identified in the class diagram. Finally, before making the final version of the diagram, should be drawn on plain paper and reworked as many times as possible to make it correct. Okay, if any type of problems, any type of errors present on the class diagram, that must be corrected. Okay, so what the below this diagram what shows it? Here it was written. Order and customer, two elements of a system, means two classes are there. They have one-to-many relationship. Okay, order and customer, one-to-many relationship, because a customer can have multiple orders. Order class is an abstract class and it has two concrete classes, special order and normal order. This is a abstract class. Abstract class means you cannot create the object. You only mention the abstract methods here. And these are the concrete classes. Concrete methods are present. Abstract method means the methods does not have any body. Concrete methods means normal methods. Methods have some body. What is the difference between your abstract method and concrete methods? Abstract methods are the methods which does not have any body. Concrete methods are the methods which have some body. The two inherited classes have all the properties as the order class. In addition, they have additional functions like dispatch and receive. This is two inherited classes, subclasses. These two classes have all the properties of order class. Plus, they have some additional class that is known as dispatch, and receive. Okay, confirmed class and closed class present in order. These two classes are inherited in special order and normal order. So what is the main purpose of a class diagram? Class diagram generally the graphical representation of different classes present on your project. By seeing this class diagram, the software developer develop a clear idea, clear picture, how many classes present on the project, what are the different data members, what are the different member functions present on the class diagram. Okay, then where to use this class diagram? Class diagram is a static diagram and it is used to model the static view of a system. The static view describes the vocabulary of the system. Class diagram is also considered as the foundation for component and deployment diagram. For drawing the component and deployment diagram, you must know the class diagram. Class diagrams are not only used to visualize the static view of the system, but they are also used to construct the executable code for forward and reverse engineering of any system. Class diagram clearly shows the mapping with object-oriented languages such as Java, C++, etc. From practical experience, class diagram is generally used for construction purpose. Okay? For construction purpose, it is generally used. Class diagram describes the static view of the system, showing the collaboration among the elements of the static view, describing the functionalities performed by the system, construction of software application using object-oriented language. Okay, so these are the main points of your class diagram. Okay, thank you.